Yeah. Yeah, I reckon the Crickets are definitely going to get a run this week, mate. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's version of The Talent Show. I'm Cameron,
And I'm Robert.
and together we're Automotive Talent. Weekly, we like to bring you updates in all things new dealership staff solutions. I think it's your turn to go first this week, mate.
It is, mate, and it's been a very busy week for obviously a lot of our clients out there. Obviously, trying to get over the weather from the week before.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
mate, wanted to start in Brisbane, Brisbane CBD actually this week. I've got two roles in the after sales area. One is a brand new role that's just come up, which is for a prestige service advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the really specific on someone being a service advisor currently, but not so specific on them having to have a prestige background. Um, this particular dealership and the service manager in this dealership is extremely good at training people to be the best that they can be. If you is someone that is really looking at taking the next step, this is a business that's currently growing. They're actually currently in the process of expanding their service department by 5 hoists. So they've actually purchased the building next door, and are looking at obviously trying to. They're definitely busy enough to actually fill that as they speak.
All
So
right.
they're looking at expanding across the board. Along with that, they're also looking for a technician. So they really want to see someone with a mix of backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
not specifically just the brand, but someone that with life experience
Mm.
and obviously a fairly big mix. They've got a number of different vehicles that they work on from day to day, not just the brand that they're representing. So they want to see someone with life experience. They've got a bit of a mix of experience in the background, and they're more than happy to obviously get them all trained up to work on the brand that they work on every day as well.
Good,
So
good. Good,
yeah,
good.
really solid opportunities remuneration wise for both of those roles. Certainly the technician, even though if you don't have that sort of that type of background, they're still looking at starting you on anywhere between $26 and $28 an hour to start on, and obviously will increase from there once you're qualified in that
Yeah.
brand. So very very good.
Sounds like a good opportunity, mate. And obviously, knowing the business, it's yeah, sky's the limit from a career point of view. There's doors
Absolutely.
the doors that could be open potentially later on. Pretty much the limits your only imagination, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, the amount of acquisition that we know of, and that's only the stuff that we know of,
Mm, mm,
is huge. That's happened even in the last 12 months for them.
mm,
So
mm.
really solid opportunity. The only other one I wanted to touch on again was actually I'm still looking for a solid used car salesperson for one of my clients in North Brisbane. They're looking at expanding. They're actually making an extra dealership on the north side, which is obviously a very solid foundation for them. And with that, obviously, they need to try and continue to build their people. And this role has sort of come up through a promotion in the business. So it's a really solid opportunity to get into a business that again is growing, which is fantastic, obviously from our point of view as well, Ken. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and mate,
Well,
that's me for this week.
oh, good, very good. All right, I'm in New South Wales this week. I'm pretty much destined to live there. I think there's a fair bit happening down there at the moment. I've got two roles that are more regional based, and then I'll talk about some Sydney stuff at the end. But first and foremost, we've got a new role to us for the week. It's a used car sales manager role in the New England area. So slightly northern, little bit western. Um, of New South Wales. So we're looking for a used car sales manager. It's definitely a selling sales manager role, and most, I suppose, accurately at the start of the tenure. The history is it's a new acquisition for our client in the area. The yard itself has had a history of doing some really good numbers. It's probably fallen away a little bit in the most recent years, but now that the business has changed hands, the new owner is looking to restore it to a former glory. He's prepared to throw some good stock at the yard to get the numbers up, and there's plenty of support in the background to make it happen. And this particular dealer group's big enough to make that happen. I can guarantee it. He's got a history of doing that. So if you're like an assistant sales manager in maybe a metro area looking for a tree change, or if you're an experienced used car operator, it's a perfect opportunity for both of those to take that sort of next step in your career, depending on what you're looking for. Scott, once again, this group's a considerable size for a regional operator, so there's some good opportunities there to get out there and keep growing that career beyond this role as well. Second role, we're looking for a financial controller for a business on the south coast of New South Wales. Now, ultimately, look, we're throwing from a skill and experience point of view, we're throwing the net pretty wide. One thing that's important is that you have to have automotive experience working in that accounts space. But from a candidate point of view, we're prepared to look at anyone from an experience level from, a current really super experienced accounts payable, accounts receivable. If you've done some study and all those sort of things, then this role potentially is for you. An accountant sitting in a dealership, this role's right for you. Or conversely, if you're a financial controller in a smaller dealership, this role's for you. So we can look at everything. There's a very good, I suppose, support network within the business that will, whatever your skill set, will help you coach and help you coach and groom and mold through the role. So if you're looking at growing your career, and look, don't mind a bit of a change of scenery to a place that's like a postcard, literally. This role is definitely worth your interest. And just finally, as I said, touching on the Sydney roles, and we've got plenty happening in Sydney at the moment. So no matter what side of the fence you sit on, as far as your department that you're working in at the moment in dealership land, jump on our website and have a look at our Sydney roles. We've got sales consultant roles, we've got sales manager roles, warranty clerk roles in fixed ops, we've got technician roles, you name it, we have it. So if you're in Sydney, jump on our website and have a look through. There's some great roles there for you with a very motivated client down there. That's it for me, mate. Over to you. Excellent. For the favourite part of the week, mate, the joke.
That's it. And, mate, it's a little bit industry focused this week. So, mate, I'll get right into it. Bill Gates is hanging out with the chairman of General Motors. Mm-hmm. He comes up with, if automotive technology had kept pace with computer technology over the past few decades, boasts Gates, you would now be driving a V32 instead of a V8, and it would have a top speed of 10,000 miles an hour. Or you could have an economy car that weighs 30 pounds and gets 1,000 miles to the gallon of gas. In either case, the sticker price of the new car would be less than $50. Sure, says the GM chairman, but would you want to drive a car that crashes 4 times a day?
Yeah, I reckon the Crickets are definitely going to get a run this week, mate.
Mate, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. All right. And on that very, very, very poor note, we'll disappear. Thanks, mate. And have a good week, everyone. And we look forward to catching you same time next week.
Thanks a lot.
Bye for now.